I wrote down my thoughts here, so I'm gonna read this to you guys right now. For the past 3 weeks now, I've eaten whatever, whenever, and how much I want. I'm gonna continue this as long as I need to. Why is this, you may ask? And to be honest, I was also wondering that what the hell is wrong with me? Why do I feel the need to eat 8 to 10,000 calories every day to feel satisfied? At first, I thought that I just lacked discipline, willpower, and I labeled it as binge eating at first. But then I started to Google about this kind of behavior where you feel like no amount of food is gonna satisfy you and you can just keep eating nonstop. So there is a thing called extreme hunger and it's mistakenly labeled as binge eating. But actually, this is the body's natural reaction after a starvation diet. At this point, you are so malnourished, drained of energy, you lack calories, you lack macro and micronutrients. It's your body screaming to you that you're starving and that you need to eat. At one point, I was eating as little as 500 calories, and I did that for many weeks. So I was last year on a starvation diet. So I began first with like 1200 calories, then I decreased it to 1000 and all the way down to 500 calories. So that was pretty extreme. It really fucked up my body and mind. If you're curious about this topic, I suggest you Google the Minnesota starvation experiment. But more about my starvation diet here. Last February to last June, I went from 91, 95 kilograms to 73 kilograms. So that's like 200, 210 pounds to, what's that? 161 pounds. And I'm 180 centimeters tall. That's 5 feet 11. And from there I went up to 86 kilograms, 190 pounds. And this was last September. And from there down to 75 kilograms, this was last December. So I was like, 75 kilograms is like 168 pounds. Where was I? And right now, last time I checked my weight, it was about 90 kilograms. So I'm like plus 200 pounds now again. Yo-yo dieting at its finest. So the reason my eating disorder hasn't still gotten any better and why I still have the extreme hunger is because I've been on this endless cycle of eating massive amounts of food and then being strict as fuck for maybe 2 to 4 weeks and then again eating like crazy amounts of food. It's a negative loop. I've been afraid to respond to my hunger because the eating disorder voice in my head always says that if I'm not on this strict diet, I'm gonna be fat and lazy and lose control of my life, so don't you dare eat that piece of cake, Matthias. But the thing is, it's very important to respond to your hunger and eat how much you want, because this is part of the recovery process. You're feeding and nourishing your body. And remember, the extreme hunger phase is only temporary, and your hunger signals will be normal sooner or later. It may take weeks or months, but it will go away, and you won't be a 200 kilogram, 440 pound fat ass individual. You would think that only really skinny people experience extreme hunger, but actually this can happen also for normal sized or even overweight individuals if they've eaten too low calorie diets and been too restrictive. But I think the body is smart and is not trying to make you overweight, So we need to trust our hunger and eat until we are satisfied. And also, guys, remember that this is a mental disorder, so you need to recover mentally too. Start to train your mind and don't feel guilt or shame for eating lots of food, because now you know why this is happening. You have to let go of the control and just trust the process. I know it's scary as fuck, but it will get better, both physically and mentally. But if you keep restricting foods and not responding to your hunger, the recovery process just takes a lot longer than it needs to take. So, I hope now after this video you know a lot more than you did before. The extreme hunger is a real thing. And I wasn't aware of that for a very long time, because I just thought that I'm just binging and I just need more discipline. But yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real symptom after a starvation diet. So that's fucked up. But I'm gonna get better, guys. I'm not mentally always there, but guys, I'm gonna get better. So take care, guys. Subscribe if you like this content, and see you in the next video.